Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to walk you through MongoDB model schema. So first off, we have to understand what is data modeling. So we have two type of data, like a SQL data and no SQL data. SQL data means a relationship database, and MongoDB is a NoSQL database, like it's a document database, like JSON like object, right? So inside models we have 5 collection. So each collection have the document. So before explaining this code, let's to understand the diagram, because this entire project is all about focusing on understanding the architecture and the flow. So let's go to the diagram. So I'm using, as I said earlier, like app.arrays.io. So it's a free tools. Okay, so you can create this data modeling diagram. Okay, so I create it. So it's very easy to understand. The backend developer, and particularly you are the full stack developer. So if you understand this diagram and how each collection communicate each other and talk to each other, so if you have understanding, then you can easily populate the things you want to, and you can solve any problems. So you should know how it works. So I'm going to explain to you step by step, so you should have understanding. Okay, so this is a diagram, and this is the, I just make it very simple. So first we have in this our project Amazon clone five collection. So in MongoDB we call collection. Okay, so each collection have should have multiple documents, right? And document is like a JSON object. So in our project we have 5 collection: user collection, product collection, review collection, card collection, and order collection. Okay, so this is our first collection, users, and this is the central of our project. So we have this collection, and now before explaining this diagram, let me show you what type of relationship we have. So basically in your project we have one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, and many-to-one relationship. So let me explain to you what does mean one-to-many relationship. Okay, so we have user collection. Okay, so user to product, that means this is the things, user collection to product, product collection. So we have this ID, it's a public ID. Okay, every collection have their own ID, and MongoDB create it. Okay, so this ID also have, and product ID, product collection have has their own ID, right? So user link to product collection, that is the things, user to product. So one to many means one seller can list many product, right? One seller can list many product, that is called one to many relationship in this case. How? Users list product, like user list product is an array of product ID user. So if you look at here, this is the list product, it's a string, it's an array, right? It's an array because whatever seller can upload many product, so we have to list out all the product into array. So that is the things, right? Like users order is an array of order ID, right? And then product to review, yeah. So user listed product is array of product ID, and then second is user to orders. So this is also one to many relationship, which means one buyer can have many orders. So let's say you are a buyer, you go to Amazon, you can order multiple products, right? So, and you can see all the list, all the history in your order history page, right? So that is the things we are going to achieve. So one buyer can have many orders. How? Users order is an array of order ID. Let's see. So this is the users, and we have, this is the order. This is the order schema, right? So here you go. This is the order. Let me zoom a little bit. Zoom in. Okay. All right. So this is the order. This is the order. Okay, inside user, and this is the array, and it is linked to order schema, like order collection, right? And as I said, every collection have their own ID. So this is the ID, like PK, public key, right? And you can see, right? So user, so each order have their array. That is the things. User order and array of order IDs. And third is product to review, which is one to many relationships. Product to review. One product can have many reviews. Like one product can have many reviews. Let me show you. So this is a product collection. Okay. So if you look at, there is a review. Inside product collection, we have this array, because one product can have multiple reviews. Why? Because let's say you buy same laptop and I also buy that laptop too. So you can review, I can review. So I have to store multiple review inside that particular document. So in MongoDB we called it is document. So yeah, so that is the things we are talking about here. Like product to review, one product can have many reviews. And how? As I said, products review is an array of review ID. All right. And then fourth is card to product. One card can have many items or product. In this case, items, right? How? Cards item is an array with product ID. So I made a mistake here. I'll show you. I'm saying it. So this is our card, and we have the item, but yeah, it should be string. Okay, it should be string. And yeah, so one card can hold multiple items, because in Amazon we can order, we can buy, we can add multiple product into our card. Let's say I want to buy a laptop, I want to buy a phone, or any device or any things. So yeah, so card can hold multiple items inside one collection, right? So yeah, and yeah, we link these things, right? And here we are talking about one card can have many products. This is the one-to-many relationship. And in our case, we have also one-to-one relationship. Let me show you what is that. User to card. Each user has one card. Each user has one card, right? How? User's card is a single card ID. Let me show you. So you can see this is a card, this is a user, it's a string, right? So we link card to users. So like if you go to Amazon or any e-commerce platform, so you have one card. So inside that card you can add all the items. So yeah, so that is called, it's a one-to-one relationship. right? So it's a one-to-one relationship. And in our case, we have also many-to-one relationship. Product to seller. Many products belong to one seller. Because one, yes, that is a many-to-one. Right? How? Each product has a seller field pointing to user ID. So you can see this is a string. So product, yeah. Now product schema, a product collection, refer one single seller. There you go, right? And then order to buyer. Many orders belong to one buyer. Many order, if you look at, yeah, the single buyer, right? It's a string. And then review to product or user. Many reviews per product or user, right? Many reviews per product or user. How? Each review has product and user field. Let's go to the, you can see review. It's a user ID and also it's a product ID. User ID and also product ID. Right. So this is a diagram. And this diagram is very helpful because, if you are a beginner, I think if you follow this diagram and then if you write your controller and then if you fetch the data, so it's help you to, to understand how the flow is what. Because I'm saying again, architecture and flow is very important. Every, because, if you understand how front and backend talk each other, how backend database talk each other, and then how how any state management we are going to use RTK Redux toolkits. So if you understand this flow very deeply, so to be honest, trust me, you can solve any problem. And as I said, right now as a developer, this is our job to solve the real world problem, and that's this tutorial is all about, to to show you all the tactics, all the problem solving skills. And yeah, and I'm gonna show you as simple as I can. So this is the just diagram, and now let's back to our VS Code to code, right? And this is our VS Code. So I write all the code, so I'm not gonna type again because it wastes your time. Okay, I don't want to do that, so rather I can just explain to you, so it save your time. Okay, and I can focus more on explaining. Okay, so inside our Amazon clone, and we have the backend folder, backend and client, and inside backend folder we have all the structure, and this is a model folder. And don't worry, I give you the link, the GitHub link, so you can access all the code free of cost. So yeah, let's explain to you. We have 5 schema. We have 5 schema. First is user schema. So this is a mongoose. It's a library. Okay, so we import a mongoose library. You can get a document. If you search mongoose, so you can understand all the document, right? So it's a mongoose. Mongoose is a library, and the user schema, right? So we make this user schema, and then we make an instance mongoose, and schema is a method, right? It's an object. So mongoose provides this schema object, and then this schema object we write our code, we model our data, we structure our data. So in our case we have name, type string, now all the necessary field, required, trim, min length, max length, and then email also type string and required, and then also password type string and required min length. Because I want any user who can put at least 6 character password. If they put less than 6 character, so you can get an error from my backend side, and also we are going to handle on front end side. but somehow if frontend doesn't work, you can get a message from a backend, right? And then profile image, and it's a string, and default is a, I make it empty string. You can put any default link, or you can handle on frontend. Okay, it's your choice. And then gender type is a string, and then role. It's very important because I make it simple, this schema. So I put enum. So I provide two, buyer, seller. You can also provide admin. Okay, so if you want to, you can. So as a default, I put buyer. So if somebody want to be a seller, so I will create a controller, and that controller help us to change buyer to seller. So I can create that logic. Okay, so we have to put enum, or if you don't want to put enum, so you can change dynamically. But I think for this use case, it's very useful to put an enum. And then cart. So cart referred to a cart, cart collection, right? So, and type is mongoose schema types object ID. So this way you can refer to cart schema or cart collection, and we have to put refer. Ref means a reference, right? And then also for seller, like product this listed, list product. So it should be array, because one seller can upload multiple product, and then we list out all the product inside this. And here just we can list the product ID. Okay, this product ID. But when you want to fetch this ID, so we have to put a populate. So MongoDB provides that populate method. So with that method, we can fetch this entire product ID document, right? And then orders. For buyer, their orders. So you also put orders, and you also refer to order schema, right? And then timestamp. So timestamp, I make it true. So it generates two things: a create time and update time. Right. So yeah, these two things. And yeah, inside this user schema, we have name, email, password, profile, gender, role, and we have three reference: a card schema, a card collection, right? And then product collection, and then order collection, as I explained to you on diagram. So we just code it, right? And that's it. Let's move to a product schema or product model. All right. So as I said, mongoose is a library, and similarly schema is a object. And now this is the first object, and second object, like we make it time span true. And I think I forget to and then after creating this object, then we have to call this model, const user mongoose, and model also, it's a method from mongoose library. And then you have to pass two arguments. First argument, you have to put the name. Okay, right, you have to put the name. So like in user, whatever you can put. So here you can see a singular, but on MongoDB it becomes a plural. Okay, and then user schema, what you put above. Okay, this is the user schema. And then you can import as a default import, so you can use it in other file. All right, so this way you can create your schema. And now let's talk about product. So as I said, this is a product schema, and then new, like when you we instance a schema, like it's a schema, and here we have all the data structure, like all the data: name, description, price, stock, category, subcategory, and like it's simple, right? It's very simple. Like name is string, description is string, price is number, and stock is number, category is string, subcategory is string, image is also string. But look carefully, look at it carefully, because here you are using array, because we are going to allow seller to upload multiple images for one particular product, right? So that's why we are using array. But if you look at user, we allow, you can see it's a string, because we only allow user to upload one profile image, but here is different, right? Just keep in mind, when whatever it is, like if you want to store multiple things, so you have to use array. I think you know very well, but for who doesn't, for that I'm just saying it. And then seller, and I refer to user, because who belong to this product, who upload this product is belong to who, that means user. So to identify who upload this product, I have to refer user, as I said on diagram. So yeah, and then review, also who put review for this product, right? So I can also, because if you want to, like when you create this review, so you also connect that things, review, like and like yeah. So for this product, this is a review, so I just refer to review collection, and then average rating, it's a number, and then times true, and same things. Mongoose model is a method, and we are passing two arguments. The first is the name, and here is singular, but in MongoDB it's gonna be plural, and it's a name, right? We put here, that is a name, right? Product schema, if you look at this schema, same, we put it here, and then we import as export, like yeah, we export as a default, right? So this is the product model. Next to cart model, so same things, mongoose schema, and then user. So this is the object, and we have, yeah, so, and this is the timestamp, we make it true, and then also it's a cart, as I said, and cart schema. So we are passing two arguments, the name and the schema name. This is schema name, and this is the object here, and then we export as a default. So we have first user, okay, and then we refer user, like from this card is belong to who, user. So we have to identify that user, right? So yeah, we refer to user, and then items. As I said, in card we have multiple items. That's why we put array. Inside array we have first object, and then inside this object we have inside this parenthesis we have the first object and the second object. Alright, so it's the nested object, because this is an array. Okay, so this is the first product. Okay, this is the first item. So we can store multiple items. Inside the item we have product and quantity. So for product we refer to product collection, and quantity is just number, and default is 1, right? And the mean is 1. So default means at least you should have one product inside your card, right? Like if you want to add, so at least you can add with one quantity. So as a default I make it 1, and then total price, number, default 0, and yeah, and here minimum 0. Total price cannot be negative. Yeah, it's obvious. So this is all about Mongoose schema. And now it's time to order. Alright, same, it's a order schema, and then we create an instance with help of Mongoose schema object, and then we structure all the data buyer and we refer to user, because who ordered this product. To identify that, we have to refer to user, and we did user, and we make it true. And yeah, you can see Mongoose schema types object ID. Make sure you do same way, because we have other things like type not s or object not ID, then it's not gonna work. And then buyer and then product. So who order? So we can identify user and what product you are going to place or order. So we have to identify. So product ID, and then refer product collection, and then quantity, it's a number, and then status. So we put enum, and we are giving pending, processing, shipped, delivered, cancelled, and at the default pending. So when you order, you can see a pending until or unless seller update. If seller update, then based on updation you can see the status, right? So if you look at here, this is the product, and we have also status, total price, and then shipping address. So inside we have it's an object, and this is a pair, full name, street, city, state, postcode, and country. Based on your project, you can add phone number, whatever you want, but this is the basic things. And then overall status. So if you look at, this is the order overall status, and this is the particular product status. Like, it's very unnecessary. You can understand, because let's say if I order 5 product, okay, and each product belong to a different seller, okay. This is a real life, okay. You can see on Amazon. So let's say my first seller, he can within 1 day he can deliver. Maybe my second seller, the order status is processing. So overall, we don't know. So if all the product is delivered, then we can update overall status deliver in particular that order. Okay, don't worry. When you code it, you can understand on UI, okay, and then order date. Yeah, but if you want to explicitly mention, you can also we also make it here. So yeah, it will work seamlessly, don't worry. And then also order, and then Mongoose model, we are passing 2 arguments. This is the name and order schema, and then we export. This is the order model, and then last is review. So you sign up as a user, maybe you are a user or seller or whatever it is. You add a product into your shopping cart, and then you place an order. Now after that, we want to know your feedback, so we have to create a review model. So that's why review model is there. And yeah, same things. Product, we refer to product, okay, product collection, because we are identify which one, which particular product user are put a review. So to identify that, we have to mention product and then user, right? So yeah, this is the product, and then next we refer user, and then rating, type, min, max, required, and comment means text. So I put here maximum length 500 and trim true, right? and then review and same things. Just whatever data you want to put, you can put here. So as I told you is that, you know what, first of all you have to diagram it and you have to, you know, plan it. Then you can write a code very easily. And now AI is out there. You can put your, you know, diagram or maybe your plan. AI can generate faster. Then you can modify based on your things, right? So understanding flow is very important. And this is the 5 models. Okay, and this is the we structure our data, and yeah, we did it. So if you don't understand anything, please comment below so I can get a feedback from you guys, so I can improve my, like, the way I'm the way I explain to you. So yeah, for me it's gonna be very helpful. So yeah, so for this video, thank you so much, and next video I will explain to you the controller.